once you get the COE, you might think that I will definitely get the visa. Well, that's not the case. Konnichiwa. My name is Rohit Shiv Prasad and I'm the founder of RSP in Japan. Well, you guys must be confused, or you guys must not have the complete understanding of what the process is. I mean, I have made a video where I have told you what the process is when you apply to an institution, how the document flows. Well, in today's video, I am going to teach you or make you understand the complete process that is divided into 3 phases and what is the relationship between them. So please watch the video till the end to understand everything about it, and you will understand everything about how to go with the documentations and everything when it comes to applying for Japan, or maybe you can be applying for anything. Well, there is a misconception, or people do not understand the process properly because maybe everything is in Japanese, or maybe there are very few people giving out this information. Well, I am here for you guys, and all the information that I know is yours now. Now, many of you might be thinking that if I get an admission in any university or institute, or even if I get a job or an offer letter from Japanese company or Japanese institution, then you will get a COE, which is Certificate of Eligibility. And once you get the COE, you might think that I will definitely get the visa. Well, that's not the case. And these are the 3 different phases, which means 1, you need an offer letter. Getting an offer letter is from the institution. 2nd is getting a COE, the Certificate of Eligibility. Getting a COE is directly related to the Immigration Bureau of Japan. And then comes the visa. Getting a visa is in the hands of Japanese embassy in India or in your country, wherever you are. So these are the 3 completely different institutions or organizations working on the same process, and what you need to understand is that they are not connected at all. Yes, step by step. Well, if I would complete this process, I would say that first you get the offer letter, then you apply for the COE, get the COE, and then you get the visa. Which means if you don't have the offer letter, you cannot apply for the COE, and if you do not have the COE, you cannot apply for the visa. So eventually, if you see, they are connected, but they do not ensure that if you have the offer letter, you will definitely get a COE. If you have a COE, you will definitely get a visa. That's not the case. But let's go deeper into it. So the first phase, getting an offer letter. Now you can be applying to an institution, university, language school, or maybe a job, any company, anything, and you will get this offer letter. This offer letter is the acceptance, which means that the institution or the organization is allowing you to work with them or maybe study with them. So getting an offer letter has completely and everything to do with the institution or the organization that you're going to work with or study with. That's phase 1, and this has nothing to do with the next phase, which is getting the COE, Certificate of Eligibility. As the name sounds, Certificate of Eligibility is a certificate that tells that you are actually eligible to study in Japan. Now, you or most of you think that getting a offer letter means that you're eligible to study in Japan. That's not the case. You are eligible to pursue your education or work under an organization once you get the offer letter from the organization. But being eligible to study in Japan or work in Japan is a completely different case. This is where the Immigration Bureau comes in. Now the Immigration Bureau will check whether you have proper finances to come to Japan, whether you will be able to take care of your expenses in Japan. This is where you send your documents, and you have to give all the documents related to the sponsor and things like that. Now, what you have to understand is that once you get the offer letter, there is no guarantee that you will get the COE. It completely depends upon your documents. Then the next phase, which is getting the visa. Let's just assume that you got the COE, which is the Certificate of Eligibility. Now, Certificate of Eligibility is issued from the Immigration Bureau of Japan. Now you have to get a permission from your own country to come to Japan, which means you have to have a visa. Now your offer letter and your COE shows that you are eligible to go in the institute and you are eligible to go into Japan. But now the country has to decide whether you are eligible to go to Japan or not, which means whether you have some crimes or you have anything for that matter, that will be reconfirmed. That will be done by the Embassy of Japan or Consulate General of Japan in India or in your country. This is where you are given a visa, and this is the third phase. Now if I club everything, it's very simple. Apply to the institution or organization, get an offer letter, phase 1. Phase 2, get the COE. Phase 3, get the visa. As I told you before, you have to keep in mind that you definitely need the required documents to go phase by phase. In this video, I told you about the 3 different phases, but you guys have a lot of questions like what the guarantor should be, what kind of document should I have to be sending the original documents. Well, you are going to know completely about it. I will make videos on particular topic one by one. So if you have not already subscribed the video, and if you like the content that I give you, the information that I give you, please subscribe to my channel and wait for the next video where you are going to know about how the process works. Thank you.